When the Greek historian Herodotus highlighted that the land of the ancient Egyptians had been given to them by the river, there isn't any single doubt that he was referring to the Nile. The longest river on the African continent has a deep-rooted history with the Egyptian civilization. Are you aware of the significance it holds? Would the world be aware of an Egyptian civilization if it weren't for the River Nile? Well, to find answers to all these questions, keep watching this video till the end to put an end to your curiosity and increase your knowledge. Let's roll! With a length of almost 6,650 kilometers, the River Nile is the longest river on the African continent and a major water source for millions of people in 11 countries. You can imagine how the world would have been deprived of water if this miracle of God hadn't persisted. The waters of this river were crucial to the development of one of the world's first great civilizations. Of course, we are talking about none other than the Egyptian civilization. Many religious practices were carried out to assure the river's continuing fertility. The pharaohs were buried on the west bank of the Nile where the sun set, to symbolize their journey to the afterlife. It showed how important this river was to the Egyptians. As their supposed deities, the pharaohs were buried near it. The Nile was also thought to be the entrance to the afterlife. Let's put it more simply. This legendary river was worshipped by the ancient Egyptians, who even gave one of their gods the name of its flood. The god was referred to as Happy. He used to be displayed in numerous pharaonic buildings holding flowers, poultry, fish, vegetables and fruits as a representation of the many benefits Egypt received from the River Nile. You could imagine how dear and holy this river was to them. Who isn't aware of one of the greatest wonders of the world, the Pyramids of Giza? The construction is of such grand monuments, and it was greatly influenced by the Nile. You must be wondering how exactly is a river linked with the construction of such an enormous building? Well, to answer that, the ancient papyrus diary of a representative participating in the building of the Great Pyramid explains how the whole process took place. The workers moved huge blocks of limestone along the Nile in wooden boats, before routing the blocks through a network of canals to the location where the pyramid was being built. Plus, the river also helped the Egyptians explore their talent for building incredible boats along with riding them. They almost mastered the art of constructing big wooden vessels that were capable of covering huge distances. Through constant efforts, hard work, and the blessing of the Nile, the world was able to witness the miraculous pyramids. Moreover, the annual flooding of the River Nile is among its most prominent characteristics. Yep, it is insane to think how flooding could be beneficial for the Egyptians, but just hold your horses and I'll let you know. Every year, the river would overflow its banks, leaving behind fertile soil ideal for farming. This phenomenon is what led to the rise of ancient Egypt. The floodplain of the Nile developed into the nation's fertile farmland. Hence, the civilization was able to persist for a very long time. The Nile ultimately became a major source of water for the ancient Egyptians, who used it for trade, transportation, and cultivation. When there are poems written about something, we know it's a big deal. Poets couldn't help themselves but explain the beauty and significance of this God-gifted river. Well, we hope you found your answers in today's video. Stay tuned to receive more fascinating information and, don't forget to press the subscribe button.